Beloved sisters, have you ever considered the place olive oil holds in our daily lives and our faith? In the Holy Qur'an, Allah describes the olive tree as a blessed tree, neither of the east nor of the west, Qur'an 24:35, a symbol of light, purity, and sustenance. This humble oil, which we sometimes pour over our food or our skin, carries a spiritual legacy and blessing that spans the centuries. Today, we invite you to discover how olive oil can be much more than just an ingredient. It is a link between your health, your spirituality, and your role as guardian of home and faith. Imagine for a moment, every drop of oil applied or consumed is a continuation of the prophetic tradition, a light that nourishes your body and soul. Sisters, do you feel the connection between your daily life and the eternal teachings of Islam? Think about your table, your skin, your children. How can olive oil become a bridge between faith and practical life? Share with us. What memories or traditions do you associate with olive oil in your family? Step 1. Quranic foundations and prophetic traditions. Olive oil isn't just a product of the earth. It is a powerful spiritual symbol in Islam. In the Qur'an, Allah swears by the olive tree in several verses, showing its importance and blessing, by the fig tree and the olive tree. Surah At-Tin 95:1, and an oil that gives light. Surah An-Nur 20:35. These verses speak not only of the oil itself, but of light, purity, and sustenance that nourish the body and soul. The Prophet Muhammad recommended olive oil in daily life. Eat olive oil and anoint yourselves with it, for it comes from a blessed tree. Thus, the use of olive oil goes beyond nutrition. It is an act of Sunnah, a way of connecting with divine blessing. Every drop you consume or apply to your body becomes a living link to prophetic wisdom. In this context, for Muslim women, olive oil represents a double dimension: physical health and spirituality. It is a divine gift that supports beauty, self-care, and family well-being, while recalling the light and guidance of Allah. Throughout the centuries, generations of women have passed down these practices, feeding their children with olive oil, treating minor skin or hair ailments, and maintaining the home in purity and health. Imagine applying the oil the Prophet recommended to your skin, feeling its blessing and light in every gesture. Every dish you prepare with this oil can become an act of faith, a moment of connection with Allah and with tradition. Which verse or hadith about olive oil resonates with you the most? And how do you incorporate it into your daily life? Have you ever felt the blessing of this oil at a specific time in your life or your family? Share your story. Step 2. Current real stories. Olive oil continues to weave links between faith, culture, and daily life in the modern world. Consider the example of Palestinian women in the Nablus region, where the olive harvest is an ancient ritual. Despite conflict and daily hardship, they rise each morning to handpick olives, transform the fruit into oil, and feed their families and communities. Each drop of oil extracted is a symbol of resilience, patience, and faith. They embody the continuity of prophetic traditions and the light of the Qur'an, a living reminder that Allah's blessing can endure even in the most difficult times. In Morocco, many mothers continue to use olive oil to care for their infants and children. They massage their babies' delicate skin, protect their hair, and prepare rich, healthy meals. These simple yet profoundly meaningful gestures are rooted in tradition and supported by modern science. which confirms the antioxidant and nourishing properties of olive oil for health and well-being. In Mediterranean regions, studies show that women who regularly consume olive oil have better cardiovascular health and live longer, reinforcing the link between traditional practice and concrete benefits. Olive oil thus becomes a tool for health, spirituality, and female empowerment. These recent stories recall Quranic and prophetic narratives. They resonate with the patience of Maryam, mother of Isa, nourished by the purity and blessing of Allah, and with the symbolism of the light provided by the olive tree. They show that tradition is not just a legacy from the past, but a living practice, nourishing the body, mind, and faith. Imagine these women who, despite the hardships, press each olive while invoking divine blessing. Their courage and faith illuminate their homes and their communities. Do you see how a simple gesture, like cooking with olive oil, can become an act of resistance, light, and connection with Allah? Do you know a woman near you whose olive oil story inspires you? Share it to celebrate her faith and courage. Have you ever felt a special blessing from following an ancient tradition such as using olive oil? Step 3. Quranic stories of resilience. The real stories we have just seen find a deep echo in the Quranic narratives, where the olive tree and its benefits symbolize patience, light, and divine blessing. Let us take the example of Maryam, Mary, mother of Isa, Jesus. In her solitude and trial, she was nourished by the purity and guidance of Allah. Just as she relied on divine blessing to overcome her difficulties, women today find strength and protection by incorporating blessed practices such as the use of olive oil into their daily lives. Likewise, the story of Noah, and the return of the dove with an olive branch symbolizes peace, rebirth, and light after hardship. This simple yet meaningful gesture reminds us that patience and faith always lead to blessing and light, even after storms. Today, women who cultivate, press, or use olive oil embody this message, persevering with faith and care in their personal and family lives. The Prophet Muhammad also taught the spiritual value of olive oil. It is not just a food product, but a symbol of light, purity, and health. Every application to the skin, every carefully prepared dish becomes an act of Sunnah, a link between faith, daily life, and the transmission of values to the next generation. So, by combining these modern and Quranic stories, we understand that olive oil is not a mere material element. It is a bridge between the past and the present, between body and soul, between daily experience and divine guidance. Women who integrate it into their lives practice an act of resilience, light, and spirituality, radiating the blessing of Allah around them. Like Maryam, draw strength from God's blessing, and let every drop of olive oil bring the light of Allah into your home. Every gesture with this oil can become a bridge between your faith, your health, and your role in the community. Which Quranic story inspires you the most today, and how does it guide you in your daily life? Do you see any parallels between these stories and the lives of women around you? Share your thoughts. Step 5. Health and spiritual empowerment for Muslim women. Olive oil is more than just a spiritual symbol. It's a tangible tool for the health and well-being of Muslim women today. Modern science confirms what Islamic tradition has taught for centuries. Olive oil protects the heart, reduces inflammation, strengthens the immune system, and improves digestive health. For a mother caring for her family or a young woman taking care of her body and mind, it becomes a daily ally, nourishing physical health while honoring the Sunnah. Olive oil also plays a central role in the realm of beauty and personal care. Applied to the skin or hair, it naturally moisturizes, protects, and beautifies, in accordance with prophetic recommendations. This simple gesture becomes a spiritual ritual. Each application recalls divine blessing and the continuity of a sacred tradition. Women who incorporate these practices experience a strengthening of their confidence, patience, and ability to support their homes and communities. But olive oil is not just about health or beauty. It is an act of spiritual empowerment. Every carefully prepared dish, every gesture of anointment or massage with this oil becomes a moment of meditation, gratitude, and transmission of values. Mothers teach their children the value of natural halal and tayyib, and show that faith is lived in every daily gesture. The stories of modern women who cultivate, cook with, and share this oil reveal a universal dimension. They embody the resilience, light, and blessing that Islam has always celebrated. They remind us that spirituality is not limited to prayers and mosques. It is lived in every gesture, every care, every meal, and that olive oil is one of the most concrete symbols of this connection. Sisters, when you nourish your family with olive oil, you also nourish your faith, your patience, and your inner light. Every daily gesture can become a sacred act, applying, cooking, transmitting this blessing to your children and to your home. How do you use olive oil for your health or that of your family? Share your tips and traditions. Do you feel the connection between these simple gestures and the prophetic Sunnah? Tell us about your experience. Beloved sisters, after exploring the light and blessing of olive oil through the Qur'an, prophetic tradition, and contemporary stories, it is time to take action in our daily lives. Olive oil is not just a symbol. It is a tangible tool for nourishing our bodies, minds, and homes. By incorporating it into your diet, personal care, or family rituals, you are perpetuating a sacred tradition and transmitting the light of Islam to those around you. Imagine your home filled with this blessing. Every carefully prepared dish becomes an act of faith. Every act of body care a moment of connection with Allah. This humble yet powerful oil reminds us that spirituality is lived in every daily gesture, and that every woman can become a guardian of light and health for her family and community. Never underestimate the impact of a simple gesture. Growing, cooking, massaging, or sharing olive oil is not just an ancient ritual. It's an act of resilience, enlightenment, and spiritual empowerment. Through these gestures, you participate in a living tradition that connects the past to the present and the earthly to the divine. Join this movement of light, one house at a time, one gesture at a time, bringing back to life the blessing of olive oil. Sisters, will you choose to transform your daily actions into acts of faith and transmission? After watching this video, what actions will you take to incorporate olive oil into your life and that of your family? Share your projects and ideas to keep this blessed tradition alive around you. May every drop of olive oil you use be a reminder of the divine light, patience, and blessing that accompany the lives of Muslim women throughout the world and through the ages. May your gestures, large or small, become acts of faith and transmission, and may the light of Allah illuminate your homes and hearts.